Congress passed the Enumerated Powers Act. We do not want to see legislation that is violating the 10th Amendment, the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, and the very foundations that are at the core of American liberty. And we look at this cap and trade legislation, and let me say this. It's no secret we're in a recessionary economic climate, and we're facing some very serious competitors in the global economy. When we have China and India that are aggressively pursuing the production of energy anywhere that they can find it, we have to call on this Congress and this White House to pursue domestic drilling in this nation, pursue natural gas in this nation, pursue nuclear energy like the French and every European nation are doing. Mr. Obama defended the right of Iran to develop nuclear power. Defend the right of America to produce it too. And we look at the health care legislation. And again, this is an administration, let's be clear on it, that is a very politically sophisticated one. We're not facing dumb people, but we are facing people with a very different vision of the future of this country. If they succeed, you may not recognize this nation as you see it today in 2009. These are fundamental changes in the way this country is governed, in the way this country appears, in the way it interacts, and in the rights that are or are not afforded to our government. We say this on health care. When Mr. Obama says, as he has said, that if you have your health insurance, this plan will not threaten it or change it, that's an outright deception. The fact of the matter is, no private insurer can compete with a federal government that can cut the prices of its premiums, of its allowables at any given moment. This plan is bad for America. Yeah. And he says further that he won't get in the way between you and your doctor. Your doctor may not be there after the government gets around to cutting their allowables. Defend your relationship with your doctor, defeat this health care legislation. Yep. And let me just say finally two things that deserve attention in this movement, and that is when you talk about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, let's not forget the first part of that, and that's life. This country has an obligation to protect unborn life, pursue the protection of it, defend the rights of the most innocent among us, defend the unborn. Yes. And the final point is this. The role of the world as it relates to the United States, the role of the United States in this world. We have great reason as we gather today, July 4th, 2009, to be very proud of what this country has done. World War II veterans who have celebrated their anniversary, thank you to their service. Vietnam, Korea, thank you for your service. Gulf War, thank you for your service. You have defended American liberty everywhere where it has been threatened, and in so doing you have defended the interests of the United States of America. Now what's the risk? Thank you for your service. Absolutely. But the point is this, my friends, the point is this. This administration, unlike nearly every administration since World War II, doesn't see the role of the United States as it's been historically seen. When tens of thousands of Iranians rise up against a tyranny and call for freedom, this president doesn't say, we stand with the forces of freedom. He concerns himself with a relationship with a tyranny. That is not what Ronald Reagan would do. That is not what freedom-loving presidents do. This nation needs to realize that it is the beacon of freedom in the world, and we need to stand up. Wherever freedom is threatened, wherever it is being pushed down, we are behind the forces of freedom at home and abroad. And the final issue, you can't flip through any television news program today and not see what's happening in Pyongyang, not see what's happening in Tehran. We are facing a real serious military threat as it relates to nuclear missile development and deployment. Precisely at this moment, this administration is cutting our defense for missile defense. Now is the time to be increasing our missile defense, not cutting it. Mr. Obama, support and defend the United States of America. That support for a strength of the United States in the world and support for our defense is also at the core of the liberties we defend today, and that message too goes forward to Washington. My friends, I want to thank you very much for coming out tonight. I want to thank you for everything you do for the cause of freedom. I want to tell you that our toughest battles, unfortunately, are still ahead, and we need to stick together. We need to be together. We need to stand by each other. We have each other's back. We are going to win. We are going to prevail. This train is moving forward, and it will succeed. Thank you very much, Dallas. Thank you. Keep up the work. And happy 4th.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Johns. As Michael said right at the end, and I just want to share this with you, a couple of things as we continue. Still to come, Scott O'Grady, Captain Scott O'Grady, United States Air Force. Wayne Allen Root, Michelle Malkin is here.